أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين. I can't remember the other thing I wanted to say. You know what? I'm gonna sit down. This must be like, I don't know, but it's something that I have been wanting to say, but I didn't really want to say it. It's like I never wanted a glass as soon as I like hit the rest. Like other people, they gotta pour a glass of wine as soon as they get home. I never ever felt like that until like now. It's like, oh my God, I just want some chai, just a minute to sit back and relax. This class is like, I don't know, I'm not finished, and it's getting like, I think it's the way that they teach that's like so, like Muslims repeat things over and over, but what they did was like give you all the basics, and then they get into the details of each thing. So I'm like, okay, it's confusing to me because I'm like, just tell me like what is the end result. And I got that. Now they want to get into all these particulars, details and stuff. And I'm like, I already know what's going to happen. Why do I need to know all these little minute things? But what essentially I'm learning is just like with numbers, everything can be broken down into like 1 or 2. You know what I mean? Or 3. 4 can be broken down. 5 can't really be broken down. 5 can be broken down into 2 and 3. You know what I mean? And it's like they're doing the same thing with food. You break it down into carbohydrates. Whenever it ends in 8, that means it has oxygen. Carbohydrates is carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. So those can't be broken down unless it's like O2. Then you break that down into 2 O's. You know what I mean? So that's what I think they're just taking a long, long way to tell you. But the reason why they're doing it like this is because they really don't, the government, which is like crazy because the food industry is like everything. People say it's a certain thing is the oldest profession, and I'm like, no, it's not. It's farming, agriculture. That's the oldest profession. Food, is like something you have to have. So I'm growing apples, you growing oranges. I might want to make something else besides apple foods. So I give you some apples, you give me some oranges. You know what I mean? Variety. I can vary my diet. So that's what it's coming down to in this class I'm taking as a someone interested in nursing and health. and repairing and curing and healing and prevention of illness, it all boils down to the essential foods that we need and the energy. Oh, that's the other thing. That's the other thing I wanted to say. In school biology, you learn you inhale oxygen, you exhale carbon dioxide. But as your body breaks down these foods, you also, a product of respiration is not only carbon dioxide, it's water. Your body also produces water as like it's not really a waste product because our body uses the water, but the it's kind of like extra, when your body is breaking down all these elements that it gets in food, which is carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and those are like the only good ones because after that you get to like nitrogen and phosphorus, and these things are explosives. If you get it in a large enough quantity, that's how you make like bombs and stuff. Hydrogen can be a bomb too, but it's a gas. But when you get to like the solid things like nitrogen, whenever I see nitrogen, a red flag pops up. But carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, those are the main things. And your body breaks it down from the food that we eat. So they always talk against carbs, carbohydrates. But the problem is people eat too much of them. If you eat one meal a day, one meal every other day, like that, then you won't get diabetes and obesity and all that type of thing. It's because this white man has us eating 3 meals a day, which will kill you at an early age. The human body is just like plants. It's designed to live forever. When people die, it's because they get tired of living. So they start eating foods that will kill them. I mean, not foods that will kill them, but too much food that will kill them. So it's like, if you notice the way that people eat, you don't develop problems until you're really 50 or something, with the advent of fast food is kicking in at 30. McDonald's got people having heart attacks at 30 where it used to be at 50. So, but if you don't eat that, then your body will continue to regenerate itself and evolve and live forever. But that's the devil, the white man. All his scientists do is think of ways to kill the planet and the people who live on it, which are the original people. And the white man is a cancer that's trying to kill all of us and our planet. Why that man look just like the Nicaraguan guy? I wonder, it's not Caesar. What is his name? It's crazy. Not Maduro. I want to say Chavez, but I can't remember right now. But he looked just like the leader of Nicaragua, the one who died already. And I don't know I'm like in tune to, like, they call it meta, and they're trying to change the meaning. But meta means like the middle, like the overlap, like the fourth dimension and all that type stuff. So, like, Muhammad Ali came to see me the other day, and Bruce Lee and all that. I'm like, but anyway, so yeah, the foods that you eat break down like numbers till it can't be broken down anymore. But Now they're calling it a cycle. Like some stuff goes in and just goes around and just keeps repeating the same old thing. And it's probably like that with some things, and then those things get broken down eventually and regenerated. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. One, all the glucose gets broken down to fructose. And two, I can't remember. I'm gonna watch this again, but this is like part two. I don't feel like thinking about it right now. It's been like 10 minutes. That's the only one I can remember. The glucose gets broken down to fructose, and our bodies also produce water along with carbon dioxide, H2O. They call it cellular respiration or digestion, but digestion is two parts. It's breaking down and it's also assimilating the nutrients into your body. But the nutrient, one of the things that doesn't get like used as part of the cell function is the water. They call it cytosol. So yeah, this was just for me. I didn't write it down, these two discoveries today. Like they say, you learn something new every day. That's why I wanted to post the two things that I learned today. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Take a class, it's EDX online, and it's an online format for all these universities that want to make the information available to everyone. Jeffrey Atkins is the reason why I'm taking this class, because he completed his business course and got a certificate. I don't really care about the certificate, but I think they want us to say, I got this certificate, you know what I mean? So be more people, more money and all that, because it starts out free, but then they kind of like pressure you to pay. But yeah, it's kind of cool. So EDX online, MIT is on there also. If you're more like engineer, because I think mine is like medical and law. Hartford or Hartford. I kind of think it's like originated from the same thing. I'm not sure what that word means. I hope it's not like Hogwarts. Sounds a lot alike. And also, I crochet, but I also sew, and I do a lot of DIY stuff. So when my son was graduating from high school, it was during Corona, and everything was shut down. So when time came for graduation, a lot of schools didn't do it because you have to get together. But where I was in Malibu, they still had their graduation programs. They ordered their cap and gowns themselves, and they still had the graduation ceremony, which to me is like, it's two parts. You get the education and you get the actual diploma. Then there's the ceremony, the pomp, right? Where you do the actual this and the music and everything. And I guess that's kind of like the artsy part of it. You wear the clothes and the appearance, and then there's a science aspect, which is the actual knowledge that you get. So like, I have a degree that I forget about because I didn't participate in the graduation ceremony. I was just happy with the degree, But I actually made him a cap. I looked up how do you make it, and it's very, very like ancient Egyptian mystery symbols in it because it's a brick and mortar masons. in the graduation thing. And the reason why I brought this up is because I crochet, and the tassel is a noose. If you get a good look at it, it's a noose. It has the spirals wrapped around it and the loop that you put on, hang on your cap. It's a noose, an actual noose with fringes on it. So yeah, I was like, you know, getting the education, all this in the white man's world. The culmination, if you actually do the hump, is moving the noose from one side to the other, but it's still a noose. And for black people, it's like that's along with the cross. But still the tree is involved. But that's one of their main ways of murdering us. So I don't know. When you get education, it's so much, which is kind of, they take the art and pollute everything. So I'm just gonna just move on. Move on. Take the knowledge and use it for good. And seek more good knowledge. I'm gonna stop right there. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wahid.